Good afternoon, students. My name is Professor Neha Dave. I'll be teaching you with the help with your banking financial system. We went in the last lecture. We went with the help of credit cards. We learned with the help of different types of credit cards. How the cards are being used, and how the different types of cards are. What is the main part of a credit card? We've even learned with the help of what is the credit card, how the system has been inbuilt. Now previously, like even though we even went with the help of different type of banking system also into the last lecture, we learned with the help of how the bankings are being convenient for us, proper for us, and it is very relevant for our people at least to communicate and to have a good guidance relating to this. Now into the last lecture, we went with the help of a credit card. We learn different types of credit cards. We learn how the credit cards are being used. We learn types of cards, different ATM cards, credit cards and debit cards we have learned. We have learned with the help of different types of Master's card, Visa cards, each and everything cards we have learned and how it has been used. With the help of different sources like gold card, platinum cards, we have this type of use. With the help of different types of benefits which you get it, and that benefits which you aware with a regular way of life. And then afterwards, we have also learned what are the advantages and disadvantages of this card. Advantages is a good part where the thing is what you're using a credit card. It's like where you doesn't take a money. You just swipe like whatever if you want to buy any kind of goods. At least just you go over there and buy those goods with the help of just swiping out. And already the thing is into the cards you are having the strips, and with the help of this lining, which is a magnetic strips which is being said, and with the help of this magnetic strip, it has been connected from the information technology. So that is why as if you are having credit cards, so like when you're using any kind of cards, so that has been directly, it has been communicated through the technology, and from the technology it has been debited from that person account, and ultimately it has been credited into that person account. But you get a good facilities into a credit card system. That is what we have learned, that you pay the money for a certain 1 month after whatever the amount it has been there, and there is certain type of limitations where they have given certain part of limitations of any of this card, that only this much limit only. The thing is whatever the shoppings as if you do, or any kind of a dinner vouchers as if you go for any kind of it outside, any goods or any services you are taking any part of it, so on that time you are using this type of cards. And once as if you are using this type of cards, whatever the amount it has been there, it has been credited from that bank, and ultimately the thing is as a certain period of time you need to pay the cost, like 1 month after you need to pay them. So that is why a credit card becomes good advantages where you want to buy any kind of goods and any kind of services, and it's a paperless. So ultimately it becomes very relevant and very easy way where the thing is you don't carry the amount much and then afterwards do the transaction. Better it is you do with the help of a transaction with the help of this cards, and finally you are aware with each and everything. Now today this was been related with the help of a credit card. Now we'll be moving with the help of two chapters. First is your functioning and modulations of a credit card. This is second part of your credit card. We've even went with the history, like how the credit card has been came. It was a olden period of time. Then that time the thing is what it was like previously, so many years, 100 years before, where they have been set up with the help of this cards. Like previously means they have been thought to make this type of it card. So at least what the people will be very good will be aware with this thing, and they'll be very attractive with this thing. So we learn with the help of it how the people has been came and they perform this type of it cards on the olden period of time. So that also we'll be learning into this chapter. Now into this chapter you will be learning let me just summarize what are the points like you will be moving into this chapter. It's a functioning modulations of a credit card. You will be learning what are how the functions are being performed, like as if we are aware with the help of credit cards, like what are types of cards. It's a one type of legal agreement between bonding between that customer and the bank. It is having this two relationship it has been there, and after this performing of this two relationship only, the thing is what the person has availed with the help of this card. So at least what they'll be having, they'll be finding with the help of good way of anything as if they want to buy. So that is why the thing is what this type of car has came. Now into this functions, you will be learning how the modulations, how the functions are being given, means as if once you swipe the card, so how the amount it has been debited from one account to some other account, and how the thing is each and everything it has been bifurcated, means as if you swipe the card. And what is the procedure? Yeah, like back office what we say, how do they do the transaction. So into this chapter you'll be learning how they does the transaction with the help of a credit card. Now usually as if you are having, simply as if you are running with any kind of banking. So like banking, you are having two things. There are having the back office banking and the people who have been present over there, means on the current level they do the receipt and payment. This type of a transaction it has been done. But once the thing is receipt and with the back office, once they clear it out, how they clear the transaction, means as if a simple check when you're presenting someone. So like this payment and receipt, once it has been accepted into the bank, so on that time the bank accept that check. So how that check amount, okay, it has been debited from one account and it has been credited to the one account. So this is the part, means a back office part where they do the transaction, how they functioning this thing. So this thing, but that was related with the help of check. But into this you will be learning with the help of a credit card, means as if you just swipe the card. We have already seen the magnetic strips which is already there into the credit card, and that with the help of this magnetic strip only, the thing is what the amount, how it has been debited with the help of certain type of an information technology, and how the guidelines it has been given, how the people are into the functional into a different level, and how this how with the help of this different level, the thing is what the process has been completed. So this is what a function and modulations you will be learning with the help of credit card. And second chapter, that is what a convenience banking. Convenience banking means like bank has given so many types of different type of it convenience. Now on the previous time where we was not having, where with the help of ATM card, debit card, credit card, Visa card, Master's card, any type of it cards we was not aware. But currently we are having so many way of different types of cards. So with the help of different types of cards, it becomes very easy way where the thing is you don't take so many thousands of money and just go for the shopping or any kind of whenever if you want to buy with any kind of goods and services, because currently it becomes very risky to, as if you are having the amount also into your pocket. So at least it has been very risky on that time. So that is this was there on the previous time. Like once they have been set up with the help of banking, so it becomes now banking, they have been set up with the help of different types of cards. With the help of it, they give the different type of facility. So at least what the people will be aware, people will be more into the contact, and once people will be more into the contact, the people will aware. Now when the thing is the ATM card, debit card, credit card, this different types of cards when it came. So on that time people was not that much they was not connected, but currently it is what they have been properly connected with the help of different types of this type of banking. Nowadays the thing is people are good, like whenever they want to buy any kind of goods or services, the bank has given this good way of convenience. So at least what the people who are having ATM cards or debit card, whatever the goods and service they buy, they just swipe the card. With the help of the card, they do with the help of this transaction. So it becomes very convenient. So the bank has given the huge facilities currently with the help of different types of cards, and to enjoy each and every parts of its services and their goods also. So that is why this type of that part you will be also learning how you'll be even learning with the different types of it again, of what are credit cards, what are debit cards, what are ATM cards, what are telebanking. These are the different systems, and even you'll be learning the ATM. Why the thing is the ATM? What are the advantages of ATM? So why the convenience they have been shown on this type of it. So at least what you people will be getting more aware relating to this. So now we'll be moving with the help of functions and modulations. Now previously we have already went with the help of certain type of credit cards. Now you people would be probably would be aware like what is credit card, how the history has been came, how they have been performing the different types of rules and regulations, like whenever they want to perform, the advantages and disadvantages, why the credit card has been more availed into the current world. So this thing we have already discussed into the last lecture. So after discussing this all points into the last lecture, we would already aware that like what is a credit card, basic modes of a credit card. Now into this you will be learning a functioning of modulation of a credit card. Okay. Now, First, it is what introduction parts. Now, into this introduction part, now as if it has been national association here, it has been shown here that the thing is with the help of national association. Okay, this chapter is outlining the functioning role played by the National Association as well as the convenience organization structure established by the bank credit card issuer to operate and manage the bank credit card business. Now into this you are having one more department that is called a credit card, which has been already function, means that department is already function with each and every career. The person who issues, the person who acquires, each and everything. So that person, the card holders and that person. So there has been the coordination between this. Now into this chapter, the credit card which has been said, the credit card. So like first it is once means how they be also getting certain approval, because without the license and without the banking, according to the banking rule, you cannot proceed this type of it, any kind of card as if you're moving. So when it begins, when they were establishing the credit card, we have already seen that how the thing is the credit card has been established. Now into this chapter, the usually the credit card issuers, means the bank, this way they have been already into the association, that's a national association. They have been one type of it organization, and into this association the thing is what each and every credit card holders have been built. Now into this, where the thing is what they have been associated, and then afterwards they have given certain type of it license for them. So with the help of this license, they can issue any kind of it credit card. Means in the any card means after the approval of it, and then finally they can issue the credit card. So that is why the thing is what into this, the introduction part it has been said. So means how the credit card has been issued, because we are moving into the functional level. So like when we are moving into the functional level, so this system is also there that they have been associated with the help of it. It's organizing structures which will be convenient for each and everyone, and this is the national association. They have been well associated, and with the help of this, it has been said here, established by the bank credit card issuers to operate and manage the bank credit card business. So this association, why they have opened with this type of association, so that it will be very convenient for the organization structure, means into the organization they'll be having certain kind of a link between each and every people, so that the thing is what the functioning of debiting and crediting system, like mostly it will be for the crediting system. They have been morely focused on the crediting system. So with the help of this crediting system only, the thing is the transaction can be proceed. So basically it has been said with the help of this type of chapters, it has been said, so like they have been associated, and finally with the help of this only, the thing is it has been approved, and then afterwards the thing is the bankers and their functions, each and everything with the help of this type of structures. So this thing we have been done. Next, it is what we have already went with the credit cards. This we have already moved into the last lecture. It's a pre-approval credit which can be used for the purchase of an item now and payment them for the later. Why I have put this type of slide? At least you people should aware what is the credit card, like into it. You people should know like credit card. Without this credit card, it's a pre-approval credit. Okay, it's a pre-approval, like previously it has been approved, which can be used for the purchase of any kind of items. Okay, and then afterwards items you can purchase it now and pay the amount later. So this is what it has been said with the credit card, which we have already went for the last lecture. Next, a legal agreement to receive cash, goods and services now and pay from them into the future. So this is what it has been said, a legal transaction between both the parties, where the thing is what you can receive any kind of cash, any kind of goods, any kind of services now and pay them for the future. You can pay that amount into the future. So that is why it doesn't require currently. Whatever the transaction it has been there, you can do that thing into the future. Next, credit card. Already this thing also we have went into the last lecture. How the cards has been there. It's a plastic card having the magnetic strips, which you have already seen. You are having the cards and ultimately you are having the strips. Issuers by banks and business authorities, the holders to buy goods and services on the credit is also called as charge card. This is also called as charge card, which has been already issued from the bank to the people. So at least with the help of this, they can do the transaction. The concept of using a card was first described by 1887 by Edwin Bellum in his utopian novel Looking Backward. They have been thought about it for this credit card. The size of the most credit card is 85.60 to 53.99 to 53.99 mm. So this is what it has been said with the help of card. I guess we have already went to the last lecture where we have already seen the card, and with the help of this, the length and breadth, each and everything. So with the help of this length and breadth, the thing is the card has been prepared. So that is why the thing is with the help of this only the further transaction has been done. Now, after completing this chapter, your total success, after successfully completing this chapter, you will be able to, okay, now like as if we complete this type of a chapter, this chapter function modulation, how the thing is they have been modulated, means how the systems are being kept and how they have been kept with the help of structure wise. So you will be identifying this three things, these 3 points properly. That is what which is being said. First, identifying the National Credit Card Association and who owns them. You will be learning what is the National Association credit cards, and then after a list of the keys. Keys functions of association, means who are being associated together with their help of that function. Last, key functions of bank credit cards, issuers and acquire, to whom the thing is how the functioning it is being done, to whom, to both the person who has the credit card, and other the thing is from where the thing is the credit card, like as if you're buying any kind of goods and services. So like when you buying any goods and services, you swipe that card. So it is having the transaction between both the sides. So like the functioning will be done from my side and your side also. So means this 2 types of it functions. So this is what you will be having the complete knowledge regarding to this. First, it is what you'll be learning about it. National Credit Card Association is already it has been associated, means the credit card holders, they all been associated with the national zone, and with the help of this, and who owns them, to whom the person it has been there, and who has issuing, means both the person name, a bank name and a customer name, both name it will be associated. And then afterwards how the functions are being done, and parallelly the thing is what, who are the issuers and who are the acquire, both the thing is both the people will be doing the transaction. Now, yes. National Association. Now into this national associations, you are having 2 types of cards which are already aware for MasterCards and Visa cards. These are the 2 types of it. National association plays a critical role in earlier and ongoing success of major banking credit card program. Now usually, as a few people would be aware, like whenever you are having any kind of credit card, usually you are having that logos which has been already seen. Visa cards or a Master's card. Visa cards which has been directed to, like you can do the transaction anywhere. A Mastercard which has been related with the help of the into the countries wise only. So that is why this two type, but usually this 2 type of a transaction, it's an international way of cards where you can do the transaction, but there is a certain type of limitations regarding to this card. So with the help, so that is why it has been said a critical role plays a critical role in the earlier and ongoing success of major banking credit card programs. Now it becomes a very proper way and a good way where the thing is what currently into the credit cards in the banks, you are having a credit card. With the help of this only, you are having Mastercards and Visa card. These are the 2 types of cards which has been there. The most important functions of this organization is, however, it's the process of card holders and the merchant transaction. You'll be having the two way of people transaction. The most important function of this 2 organization. This 2 organization means a Mastercard and Visa debit card. This 2 type of it organization. However, it's the processing of card holders and merchant transactions. They do this type of transactions where the thing is what, a card holders will be into the line, and parallelly the thing is the merchant transaction. The person where you are buying any kind of goods and services, so that person will be also participating. So like you'll be having 2 people, and with the help of 2 people, it is this all being associated properly. So as they have been associated properly, so ultimately they can do this type of a transaction properly. So that is why it has been said with the help of a national association. Now, both Master Visa card owns and operates an international processing system that provides capability to authority purchase and settling the merchant and card holder transaction in US and abroad. So usually like these 2 cards are usually aware where the thing is what you can use outside the countries and even to the abroad side, or even as if you're into the Indian, so usually you can use this type of card. So both are being associated. Now as if you can see into the card, you are already having the logo which has been already built up. So with the help of logo only, the thing is you can identify whether this card is relevant or not, or whether the thing is what this card, it has been used into the both the sides, so at least it becomes very convenient for the people to do the transaction at the different kind of level. So as if this is the national association. So first it is a thing where we have learned here. After successfully completing this chapter, means once as you're completing the chapter, you'll be identifying the National Credit Card Association and who owns them. So like they have been owns this type of a credit card, which we have already went with the help of Mastercard International and Visa International. These are the two national associations plays a critical role in earlier and ongoing success of the major banking credit cards. Nowadays, usually in each and every credit card, usually there's two types. So at least what the people, as if moving from any kind of countries or any kind of states, you can avail with this type. And this is what it has been nationally associated with. They have been already having the legal transaction which has been related with the help of a national association. So at least they have that kind of it functioning powers, and with the help of this functioning powers, the thing is the process. They're having two way of transaction between customers, means the cardholders, and the thing is called merchant transaction. With the help of these two, which we have already been mentioned, cardholders and the merchant transaction. These are two way of cards. Next, we went with the help of this two. Both Mastercard and Visa owns and operate the international processing system. They have been having the huge processing system, and which it has been already said you can do the transaction with the help of abroad also and US also. So it becomes very good way where they do the transaction. Next, issuer functions. Now the credit card issuing banks can be divided into the 12 functioning. Now the main thing, the credit card who issues, okay, so they're having different type of it functioning system, and with the help of this functioning system, the thing is what each and every process are being completed. Just a second. Okay, so these are the 12 different types of functions, and with the help of 12 different types of functions only, the credit card issuing system has been performed. Now first is what administration. You are having the top level with the administration where all the functions, coordinations are being done. Next, marketing functioning. It is important where you need to do the marketing, because as if with the people, if you don't sell the credit cards, ultimately the thing is people won't be aware, and still the thing is the same process will be moving on. So that is why to make the from the bank there should be issuing certain kind of credit cards, and for this you require a marketing process should be there. Next, credit processing should be there. How the thing is you are issuing a credit to the card holders. So like what type of it, how the process has been done with the help of the card. Then card insurance, usually nowadays it has been there, like card it has been insurance, like as if you don't want as if you had, if any kind of it and even a certain period of time something which has become wrong, so on that time the thing is what if the car has been stolen or it's been fraudulently cheated, so on that time how the insurance policy, how the insurance it has been there. So there is certain kind of policies which has been already there into it when you're buying any kind of credit cards. It's already there in the help of process. Then incoming interchanging, what are the interchanging between like whenever you're doing any kind of a transaction, so there'll be certain kind of it interchanging into it. So these are all internal functions which has been there, like whenever the person who issues the card from the banking system, so that on that time the thing is what this type of 12 functions are been divided into the different zones, and with the help of the different zones the thing is the systems has been properly updated. Next, cardholder billing, like there should be there, means as if the person is swiping the card. So like how the billing process it has been done from the both the side, from the person side who buys and ultimately from the other person who just debited another person who credited. So ultimately, like once the month it has been passed, you are having the billing process, how the billing process it has been done. So this is all technically which has been there inside. Payment process, how you do the payment with the help of debit, usually you how you pay the cash with the help of the cash, or as if you use any kind of cards to pay the amount. So that type of payment process, how you do it. Then or as you pay by check or any kind of demand drafts or whatever it has been there. Then afterwards, customer services, that is most important, because as if you're giving any kind of a credit card, so there should be a certain good way of services. They should be having certain kind of toll number. So at least what the people would be aware on that time. And finally, the thing is what they'll be having good type of it facility. They accept this type of it facility into it. So that is customer service. There should be there a proper way of customer service, because as if when you are selling any kind of credit card, as if you people would be aware from any kind of banks, as if they give you the call and finally they want to sell the credit cards. So on that time, how they speak, how they communicate with the services, how they give the good services to the customers, so that the people get more attracted relating to this. Then over limits, they are already there, already in the functioning system. Already the thing is, over limits have been already prepared. So like it doesn't go that way, because according to it, like as if when they are issuing certain limitations, so that limitation is according to your salaries or assets, whatever it has been, and according to that only the thing is the credit card has been issued. So usually for this we have already seen into the last lecture, like you need to give some salary account, some different type of account as if you're having, or current account transactions. So whatever the transaction is there on the day, like after seeing the transactions they issues this credit card, and after seeing the amount of any kind of salaries or whatever the stipend it has been given to you, so after that only the thing is the credit card over limits are been there. Even it is limits are given and over limits they've been already been given. On that time you need to be very concentrate on the over limits also. It should not go beyond to whatever the amount it has been selected, because as if it goes, ultimately the thing is the transaction becomes very difficult and becomes very bulks on that time. So that is why you cannot be having properly cope-ups on that. Then collections, there should be a proper way of collections of issuing the cards also, and even the thing is the proper way of collecting certain documents, like whenever it is with their fraud control, like if there's any of the person who cheats to it, so on that time there should be this proper way of control, because as if there will be the control, so then only the thing is the transaction has been done into the proper sequence. Cardholder authority, there should be certain kind of authorization from the card holder, because as if I give you the plain card and this I just even club with the help of MasterCard or a Visa card, whatever I have written means there with the logo. So finally with the only not with the help of logo, the thing is it will be identified. You need to mention with the help of bank, because these two industries has been clubbed with the help of bank. So that is why this type of cards, this time MasterCards and Visa and international Visa cards. So these two types of card has been grew. They have been issues. They have been inbuilt with each other, and with the help of this only the thing is the functions are being done with each and everyone. So that is why it is compulsory for the card to be authorized, because without providing any kind of license, without any kind of a dealing, so you cannot be perform any kind of a duties properly. So that is why this type of it has been said, where each and every transactions are being given into the proper way, where the thing is what you are having a 12 way of process, where the thing is the 12 way of bills are being given. Okay, so this is what whenever the functions are being issued, when the cards are being issued, so on that time these are the 12 type of functions which has been done into the business. So the credit card issuing businesses can be divided into 12 functions, each and everything. The person who credit card issues, so on that time they are functioning internal into the zone only. They will be having a 12 different types of functioning, and after with the help of 12 different types of functioning only the process has been completed into the correct way, into the different type of it. Because after doing this only with the help of administration, there should be the office side, means the back office, where the thing is each and every the control should be there from the administrative point of view. Marketing is the where the thing is what, where you buy any kind of goods, any kind of services, as if you are availing, certainly there should be a good way of marketing. Credit processing, how the thing is how you are issuing credit, how you are giving how you are giving the amount, and with the help of this amount how the transactions is being done. Card insurance, how the card insurance it is being done. Incoming interchanging, if there is any kind of if there is any kind of misleading or any kind of like miscommunications, whatever it is been done through the process of transactions, so on that time that also to be communicated properly. Then afterwards, card holding bills, what I said to you previously, like whenever it is the card holding bills, like whenever the transaction has been done, so on that time You need to see how the process of the bill that has been there, payment process, that also we went, and how the process, how the payment of the processing it has been done into the correct way. Then after customer service, that is most important, because without customer service the credit cards cannot be issued. Because if the service are availed from the, if the customers, if the services are given to the properly to the customers, ultimately customer will be attracting more. So this thing should be there. Over limits, it should not go to the over limits, like whatever you need to identify that thing. Collections of different documents, and then after setting out each and everything. Fraud control, if there's any kind of wrongly cheated, so on that time there should be a proper way where the people should be comes, and then the fraud, how the thing is the fraud will be over, so on that time you need to be very concentrate on that thing. Cardholder authorizations, as if I said previously, there should be the proper way of authorization, as if you do, as if that card it has been associated with someone, but still the thing is there should be certain kinds of logos, and with the logos only it can be identified properly. The banking, certain, the bank, the credit card from whichever the bank it has been there should be certain numbers, and with the help of this number only it can be identified from which bank it has been there. So this is compulsory to be there with the help of in cardholders authorization. And even the thing is, what the person who is having the cards also, that person names and all, each and everything should be authorized. There should be the, because with the help of this card only, the thing is the person name, the cardholder's name, it has been authorized properly, because after verifying all those documents, so then only the thing is, once the functioning system of 12 function system, if it has been over, then only the thing is the further transaction will be moving properly. Now, bank card issuing organization structures. Now here we have already seen, first we have already seen how the process have been there, just a minute, how we have seen the 12 functioning, how the issue functionings have been there. Now you are learning to see how the functioning are done. You are having the three systems: risk management, operational, customers, and cardholder. These are the different types of it. Risk management, operational, customer service, and cardholders. You need to identify with the help of all the terms, because whenever, if you're buying any kind of it issue, whenever the bank cards issue words, organization structures, means whenever the thing is a bank, whenever they're issuing any kind of cards, so like how the thing is what are the process it has been there, and how it has been transacted through each and everyone. Now see, risk management, whenever it has been done, so on that time you need to be very secured relating to this three systems. That's the first is credit processing. It should be in the credit processing, whatever the transaction it is in there, it should be properly processed. Collections and over limits, you need to not need to go more over or more less. It should be the proper way. Securities, there should be, because without risk it has been there, so ultimately you require the proper way of securities, because security is a must. When on the operational level, means on the technical grounds, you are having this type of it process, it has been done. Okay, card issuing, the card it has been issued with the help of a proper way of electronic form, where we have already seen a magnetic chip which has been already there, as if we have already seen this type of linings are then with the help of this type of linings only, the thing is it has been classified properly. So like there should be a proper way of magnetic strips, and with the help of, because with the help of this magnetic strips only, the thing is certain way where the thing is what, it's some magnetical way where the thing is the process of each and everything it is been done through the technical way. So that is why card issuing. Then afterwards incoming, interchanging, what are the, if there will be one side only talk, one side there won't be, so ultimately there should have some certain technical way where to operate each and everything. Card holding buildings, because that is most important, with the help of it usually nowadays you are having bills, and bills are having barcodes. So that with the help of the barcodes and the card, it has been totally matched properly. So that with the help of this only the card holder bills are being used into the proper way, because then only the thing is the bills are being issued new, and then after then they can do the transaction. Then payment processing, how do you do the payment processing? Because as if you swipe the card, so how from your account to debit account it has been there. So like the internal process of handling each and everything. So it does from the administration, and with the help of an administration, these are the 12 functioning. So like the functioning should be there, card holding, billing, then payment processing, how the payments have been processed, and last authorization processing, because what the person who is a card holder, so their sign, and the person who is issuing the bank, from the bank, the person who is issuing the cards. So that both the person they'll be having the proper way of authorization. After you see after you see each and every processing, and then after finally the thing is you do the authorization, documentations, each and everything, it has been covered. Then afterwards you are having customer service. That is important because as if you are having any kind of it organization into the organization, if the administration is going on, so ultimately customer service should be there, because as if you give this type of it proper way of facility, so the customer interaction should be there more. And last but not least is the card holder marketing, because what you need to do the marketing of the person, like any if the person is a card holder marketing, in the sense you need to give a good way of facilities to the people who are having, means to do the marketing of the people who are already aware with the help of this type of facility. So at least with this parallel, the thing is people will be having the connections between each and everyone. So that is the, these are the way where the thing is the bank card issuers organization structures into the functional way, functional modulations, how they do. This is the functional where they use departmental wise, and finally the thing is what these are the way where the thing is what each and everything which has been there with the help of modulation, and how they have been kept certain different models, and with the help of this models the thing is each and everything it is being used. So like risk management, there will be like whenever you are doing any part of transaction, risk it is there. So on the risk management, like what are the risk it is come, like when you are issuing any kind of credit on that time, collections and over limit should not go beyond to it. Then afterwards securities, there should be certain kind of its securities. Operation means a technical way where the thing is what the process has been done with the help of card issuing, you issuing the cards, incoming interchanging, like whatever the changes have been done, if there is any from one time process or from the both way, if there is any kind of it changes it has been done. Card holders billing, whatever the billing process have been made. Payment processing, what are the payment processing? Then afterwards the thing is this too, it is different, a card holding billing, and then after payment processing, these two are the different one. Then authorization processing, how the thing is the authorization from the top level, the person who has been authorized, the card holders and that person both. And then afterwards you are having customers and the card holders, where the thing is customer service should be also be there, and even card holders marketing should be done, because with this only the thing is what the structures and the functions will be moving properly. Now acquiring functions, what are the acquiring functions will be there, this we have already went. First is central administration, proof and capture, outgoing interchanging, risk management, merchant sales, merchant authorizations. Means whenever the thing is what are the things you require, because as if you are connecting, if any person who has been connected with any kind of it cards, and then afterwards the thing is the customer and then merchant one, both are being interchanged, like any part of it. So like they're already having the link between both. So with the help of link between both, the thing is what these things to be acquired, these are the functions should be there, because without these functions the thing is what the systems will be not moving properly. With the help of central administration, you are having the higher level of the people who do with the help of the transaction. Proof and captures, they perform each and everything, each and every details on the proper sequence. Then outgoing interchanging, what are the process it has been going, like debiting and crediting, so that all process should be there. Then risk management, because as if you are into this one, so at least you need to make that way where the thing is what you can manage if there is any kind of risk, because that is most important, because it says you are giving a credit amount of any one of the customer, of any one of the card holders, you're giving credit amount, and if the amount doesn't comes to you, so there is a queries relating to this. So that is why it's a very risk, as if you're giving to any of the person a credit. So that is why it doesn't usually give this type of it. Then afterwards, merchant sales and merchant authorization, whatever the sales you do relating to that person, so that merchants relating to that type of it connection should be there. And with this parallelly, merchant authorizations, the merchant should be properly authorized. Like whenever if you do the transaction anywhere, so on that time there should be certain good way of communications between both the sides, because then only the thing is what this type of functions can be acquired, and with the help of this acquisitions, the thing is what the credit card has been involved into the more and more. Next stage is what a marketing. Marketing has been most important to the credit card, because without this marketing, the thing is you cannot do any kind of it processing on that time. Just Okay. Now this is part of what of a marketing one, where the thing is the marketing it has been most important. Like on the 80s and 90s, they have been set it up with the help of the card holders, and there was an intensive competition. Now relating to this, I'll just move with the help of the line. The marketing of the bank credit card has great deal in the common with the marketing of other financial products. Means they have been having the great dealing relating to this, because what if the people, as if I said previously, they have been done the huge marketing relating to this type of it cards. So at least what the people will be more interaction between, and they'll be more accepting this type of it cards. So like on the 80s and 90s has been characterized by intensive competition for the card holders with the financial institute. Now there was so many type of it financial institutions, and on the 80s and 90s they have been done lot many of marketing, and with the help of this marketing, the thing is the people got attracted more into the 80s and 90s. Like they have been already pre-planned, like previously on 18th we have seen on 80s on the 18th or in the 18th century they have been thought about it to develop the credit card, but then afterwards the thing is what after a little bit period of time they have been thought about it to develop this type of it card. But at a certain period of time on the 80s and 90s, now it becomes a very fluent way where they have been characterized properly, and currently you are having intensive competitions of the people of the card holders. So currently you are having so many financial institutions, they are having so many banks, they are issuing this type of it cards, and they are having a good way of marketing, so that with this customer will be also getting benefit, or the banking will be also getting a benefit, and with this the thing is what the competition will be increased more, and the people can face in the world properly, and even there will be growth in each and everywhere. So that is why the thing is this type of marketing strategies they have been done. Now the thing is with the emerge of this and other competition, bank credit card marketing has become even more important in an ongoing efforts. So this becomes very good way where the thing is what it becomes very, they need to put little bit type of an effort, and with the help of an effort the thing is the marketing has been moved with the proper way, because as if functioning after doing a functioning also we have seen, because only not even system but even with this parallelly the thing is they have been focused this, they have been focused on the marketing process also, because without marketing the thing is what the things cannot be completed properly. So that is why they need to aware more things more and more into it, and so that finally the thing is what they have been immersed into the marketing field. So like nowadays the thing is with the emergence and with the help of good way of competitions, the bank credit card marketing has become more even important in ongoing efforts. And because what it happens, you need to aware to the people like this is there. So like there are so many people who gives you the who gives you the credit card, but they gives you the normal limit. Now on the previous time there was not even that type of facilities was given, but currently you are having so many good type of facilities where they have given for the normal range also, means a normal type of amount also you can pay it, and they have been becoming more way into the credit cards. So that is with this type of good facilities they have been given into the marketing one. Now they have been developed one type of it strategies, like whenever you're passing out any kind of a credit card or just doing marketing, whenever you're doing a marketing of any credit card, they have been developed three type of it strategies. First, with the help of product, populations and price promotions. That is most important, because without this four P's the thing is what the transaction it has been incomplete. Whenever as if whenever you're doing any kind of marketing, when you're selling anything into the market, you need to develop certain type of it strategies. Means you need to, strategies are a certain part of it ethical way where you're showing certain innovation. There should be strategies, means certain innovation ideas, certain perceptions, certain thoughts you need to keep, and after putting this thing only the thing is in marketing it has been done. Because what people currently also there are some people who are not, who don't want the credit card, because what they thought about it very like my financial condition is not that much and I can't pay that much. So that is, this thing is also there. So means it's a two-way of process. One from the customer also sometimes it comes, and one from the normal man it has been come, and second part from the from the banking sector also, from the financial institutions. So that is why currently the thing is what the marketing, when you are selling out any kind of it credit cards, so on that time they have been developed with the help of this type of it strategy. They have been concentrating on first with the help of products, what are the products usually people buy, and then afterwards how the thing is the card we just give it to the customers on for the use. Population, that is important because how many people are being used, how many people are aware, because we need to be connected with each and everything with the figures also. Then price, what are the price usually the people goods buy, and how the thing is, each and everything means you need to perform an R&D, because after doing an R&D only you can recognize what is right, what is wrong. So that is important. Promotions, brandings, you need to do it, because even you can see in the televisions also there are so many cards whenever it has been come. So on that time you do the good way of promotions. So like promotion is most important, because as if you do the promotion, then only the thing is what the marketing strategies can be more aware, because if any goods also, if any kind of any goods, for example, if you take a cold drinks and all, if you doesn't still you don't do the marketing, the people won't be attracted more. So this is the good way where the thing is, your promotion, it is the most important, because with the help of publicity only the people will be aware with the help of a credit card. So that is most important, where the thing is what marketing strategies are being used. So whatever the strategies we have already learned into this type of marketing of a credit card has been great deal into the common way in the marketing of an other financial product. Like relating with other financially product, this product is a proper way, and mostly people are getting attracted after they are using, because nowadays usually people all are using this kind of credit card, because what it happens become very smooth way. They are having good type of advantages, they get it, they do not need to carry any kind of amount, they just need to have this type of cards, and there is a certain limitation. And the best part, it is what you buy anything currently and pay the amount into the next month. So this thing they are having the good way, means a legal bonding between both the parties. So this type of good facilities as if they are getting out. So why the thing is, they won't buy and then afterwards enjoy this type of it. So that is why this is the marketing strategies where they have been emerged with the help of way, and with the help of product price, promotions and populations. These are the different way the thing is, the marketing strategy has been involved, where like whenever you're dealing with any kind of credit card systems. Now, samples of bank credit card department. Now into this, you are having different types of into the bank. You are having different types of people who are being directly connected with the help of who are being connected with the help of bank credit card, and they are having the different departments. And with the help of different departments, means the person who is running with the help of a credit card, we are having different people who are running with different type of process. So with the help of this process only, the thing is the functioning and each and everything, it has been properly given the certain modulation, certain changes which has been given to the credit card. So it becomes very convenient for the people to be into the contact with each and everyone. You're having senior credit officer, okay, the person who has been higher authorized. Then afterwards you are having audit. It has been done. Audit, it has been done. Compliances, if there is any kind of queries. So you are having three type of sampling way, where the thing is bank credit card departments have been divided into different zones. Now into the senior credit officers, you are having this type of processing. It has been done. First, with the help of credit card policies, application processing, credit approvals and review, corporate banks, credit cards, private labels, bank credit cards. So these are the different way of crediting or credit cards, like whenever it has been issued. And into the banks, you are having different type of system who are aware, means these are the people where into the these are the samples where into the banks they are being usually used, and the departmental wise the people are being operated, and according to this, the thing is the people are being operated into the corrective measures, like completing out those functioning level to each and every, from the process of go on and from the process till end. So like total each and everything, like billing process, each and everything, it has been done. Now first it is what the senior credit officers. The first it is what the senior credit officer, means the person who are into the higher level and who develop certain policies relating to the credit. So on that time, first they need to perform the credit policies. What are the policies? Like what are the terms? How many terms you need to complete each and everything? So that type of it has been there into the credit policies. Next, application processing, like how the thing is the processing, it has been moved, because internally you are having the departments, and into the departments the thing is the applications, like for issuing any kind of card. So how the process are being completed into internal applications of any kind of card holders, credit approval and review, like as if whatever the credits are, if any of the person wants to have a credit and from around 50,000, So ultimately, what are the 50,000, whatever the amount it has been there, they have the properly review, and they've been all been having the touch with each and everyone. Then afterwards, corporate banks, credit cards, they have been having the two different types of cards, usually for the individual, and second is for the corporate level, where the thing is the corporate bank for credit cards it has been there. So means this people is also connected with this part of department. Private label bank credit cards, which is already there. Usually, as if I've given you private labeling means in the sense where you buy any kind of it goods like big bazaars and all. Big Bazaar you are having, and already you are having Pantaloons. So this have been already connected through the banks, and they have been issuing that type of it card. So ultimately this type of cards which can already use and swipe it, and currently at a certain period of time you pay the amount into. So in this way where the different types of departments are been there, first it is a senior officer into this, each and everything it has been covered. You are having the audit where the thing is what each and every things are been properly, they have been seen, they have been already minute from minute thing, each and everything is being checked. So that audit processing it has been done. Then compliances, if there is any kind of queries, any kind of disputes relating to anything, so ultimately the thing is you are having one more department into the credit card that is called a compliances, relating to any cards or relating to any kind of PIN numbers or relating to any kind of it numbers if it has been there. So ultimately with the help of this only the thing is you can solve the problem. So this is what it has been said, the samples of a bank credit card to bank credit cards department. So already this type of functioning we are having now. Daily call activities they should be there because you need to be have the you need to have the contact between the contact to each and every people who are aware with the help of this credit card. First it is customer service by the correspondence. Sorry. Customer service for the correspondence, processing customer correspondence, performance and quality assurance. First, it is what customer service by the correspondence means, how we communicate with the people. There should be the daily call for the people. Usually nowadays, there are so many credit card holders, or for the credit card holders, the bank used to give the call, and on that time, from the bank, your credit card department used to give the call, and they need to have the daily call activities. This has been done because they should be there now if there is any during a processing problem, or if there is any kind of a functioning problem, so at least these people will be helped on that time. So with the help of this three system only, the thing is it has been correspondence. Now first is what customer service by the correspondence. First it is you need to have a good contact coordinations within customers. You need to have and get in touch with each and every customer, because as if you aware with the help of in customers properly, so ultimately if you are getting a positive response, ultimately the performance it has been good, because whenever the daily call it has been made, so ultimately the thing is what the customer service correspondent should be there, means as if you are having good communications between them. Then processing customer correspondence, if there is a new customer who are just been added for the certain period of who have been just added before, like certain 4-5 days before, so ultimately that contact should be also been there to with each and everyone, because as if be there, then only the thing is the contact will be the contact with the processing will be more and more, it will be proper. So like the processing should be there on that time. Performance and quality assurance, because now the thing usually it is there, they have been calculated performance and quality, and whatever the things, whatever the facilities of goods and services which has been availed for the credit card, that type of facility should be there, because as if you are into the performance and the quality, they have been means this type of daily call activities of functioning, usually into the functioning one, they need to be into the touch with each and every people who are the card holders, relating to customer service, like if they want any kind of a service and which they did not got, so still like this type of process you can use. Processing the customer correspondence, they'll be having the proper way of customer into the contact. Performance and quality assurance, they should be there. So like this three types of it, different type of system where they mean having the daily call activities, they should be done. So like into the departmental wise, so this is the good way where the thing is the functioning process will be moving very fluent way. So there won't be any kind of it query, because if there will be, so ultimately the thing is the customer will directly speak with the person. So with this only the thing is the work can be moving, the activities will be moving properly. Credit repayment tools. Now if there is certain where the thing is your repayments are been done, repayments are not been done. So on that time you can take a certain type of it actions relating to this. The first it is what reminder notice. If there is any like credit amount it has been not paid to you, so on that time you need to give a certain type of it notice to each and every people. Just a minute. No. As if there is any kind of it credit repayment tools like into this, if the amount it has been due and still they have not paid it, that kind of an amount, so ultimately you are having different type of it legal actions you can take it relating to this. First it is what reminder notice, you need to give it for the reminder notice, that is most important. If that the thing is this type of it amount it has been pending, so you need to file this type of it, that much amount you need to submit it. That thing should be there. Next, pre-printed follow-up notice. There should be a pre-printed follow-up notice, means ultimately if there will be any kind of it, means already you have already given the notice but still there is no response, so ultimately you need to give a one type of it follow-up notice also, so that at least the people will be into the contact, like that why the thing is what the people has not paid the amount. Next, telephone calls, you can give the customer the call why the thing is the credit paid is not there. Next, outside collector, you can even send an outside person for the collections. You can even send from the one, means from the organization, means for the banking system only. The thing is you can send any of the person for the collection. This thing also you can do. And last but not least, you can take a legal action regarding to this, because as if the thing is the amount it has been not paid, so finally the thing is what you can take a legal action relating to this, because because this type of it functioning it has been there, because without this functioning only the thing is why if I'm not doing this type of function, so my system will be not updated properly. So that is why this type of it repayment module tools I'm having. If the people are not being able to pay, so ultimately I'm having different type of it category. Reminder notice, I can give the reminder notice. Pre-printed follow-up notice, like once I need to give the follow-up as if means you doesn't pay, so like we need to take this type of it actions relating to this. Telephone calls you can give it, you can send for any kind of outside collectors also to collect. Next, legal actions, you can give any kind of, if this thing is not there, so ultimately you can finally you can take a legal action and wind it up the matters relating to this, because what, as if it's a legal term which we have already seen, it's a legal agreement between both the parties. So ultimately whatever, if still if you doesn't pay, so already the thing is each and everything which is already been into the system arise. So like whatever the processing you do and still you doesn't pay the amount, already my transaction is there into the bill. So when billing it is there into the process. So that is why if you do which has been wrong, so ultimately it create a very negative impact relating to this. And then afterwards some legal actions can be taken regarding to this. So these are the way where the credit repayments can be done tools. Management concern. It's a fundamental concern about the overall quality of a credit card portfolio, which management looks at. Now, usually, like whenever the management concern is also be there, because you're functioning any kind of it, you usually need in every organization you are having the managemental department where the functions, where they see the functions, how the functions are being moving properly, are the qualities and all whatever it has been assured, it has been done into the corrective or not. So that is when now see how the thing is the managements are being loose into the credit card portfolio, means how the credit card once it is been prepared, so how it is being used. First is what collections effectiveness, which they have seen, the management sees first effectiveness, efficiency, this effectiveness, how effective it has been there, how efficiency it is in recovering level, they see how the thing is, how the people are being into coordinating contact, and ultimately the thing is how much amount it has been recovered into the proper like month after how it has been recovered. Emergency trend, like they have been having the huge way of trend, long way of trend, the like showing certain type of innovations. Then afterwards, there should be a certain, these are the different way where the thing is a managemental concern which has been there more. So with the help of this only the thing is what, I can conclude a good communication between the credit approvals and the collection staff is the critical. So there should be the good communication between both the people, like the person who is being credit approving, the person who is approving the credit, like functional way, where the thing is they have been accepting your credit card and finally approving the credit. to you. So that with the help of that and with the help of collection staff, the person like whenever you're going like after 1 month after you're paying the amount, so that collection staff. So there should be having a good relationship between and good communications between both the people. So because with the help of this only the thing is my each and everything will be functioning properly, or else the thing is it will be having little bit type of it barriers. So there should be a good communication between this. Information must from the collection staff to credit staff too. Information must be given from the all to credit staff, the person who is being the collection officer, with them also and to the credit staff also. Both there should be. This type of information sharing is one of the most important way to strengthen the overall lending and collection process. So this is a good way where the thing is what information sharing. Here you can have focus. This type of information sharing is one of the most important way to strengthen the overall lending and collection process. So this is the where the process of what we have learned into it. So with this only the thing is where the thing is each and everything where lending, buying, selling each and everything the process it will be become very smooth, very relevant to this. So that is why that is most important. So we learned. So this thing we completed with the help of the chapter functions and modulation. So we'll move with the help of we'll move again with the help of little bit type of it where we'll be just seeing out how the process has been done. Once we'll just see it out what are the things what we went with it currently. Then afterwards I'll start with the help of yours again the next chapter that is called a convenience bank. We learn with the help of functioning and module tools of a credit card. Into this chapter usually you will be learning with the help of three types. First you're learning of the national association where which has been linked up with the help of this type of financial institute like Masters and Visa International. So there where the thing is with the help of this card only it is can be aware with the help of good things. So like you also went with the they have been given with the help of this type of it introduction relating to the national association. They have been already said what you mean by credit card also we have already said which you buy those goods and service into the pre-time and then after pay the amount into the later. So it's a one type of legal terms. If the amount is not paid, so ultimately you can take it on the strict action regarding to this. We have learned with the help of credit repayment systems also. Then we learn with the help of how the things are being done into the proper, and we learn with the help of different type of issuers banks, and with the help of issuing banks the thing is how the systems are being connected to the different types of it functions. So the basically this is what even the structures also we have seen you are having into different departments, and with the help of different departments how each and everything it has been availed. We have learned with the help of it, and with the help of marketing they have been given more and more focus, because when you are doing any kind of internal measures, so first with the help of internal measures, if you do more and more with the help of marketing, people buy those credit cards, so ultimately they use this type of transaction, and after using this type of transactions the thing is what each and everything it has been performed into the corrective one. So that is why then only the functioning of each and every goods will be aware, or else the thing is it won't be aware properly. Then afterwards, there's a different departments. You are having senior credit officers who sees what type of credit it has been given, each and everything. It is internal to the functional way. Next, audit, there will be the certain period of time. What are the customers? Who are the customers? How many it has been credited on that time from our side, from the bank side, and ultimately how many it has been debited into the account. Each and everything it is, because here it will be the reverse way of transactions. Here it has been done. So this thing is being seen. Compliances, if there is any kind of it wrongly it has been interpreted, so that thing will be having more focus onto it. They have been given more focus on product, promotions, price and population, because without this the thing is it cannot be performed any kind of duties. You need to give a daily call to the customer for seeing out how the customers is getting good type of it qualities, good type of it performance, each and everything. They should be there. How you can do the repayment, this we have already seen with the help of repayment. Like finally just giving a notice, giving a letters, and finally drafting a letters, each and everything it is. And if we get it, it's good. But if it doesn't get it, finally we can take a strict legal action regarding to this. Management considers more efficient, because management sees how effective, how dedications to the work it has been there, and then afterwards the thing is the bank credit card systems and bank credit card portfolio. The systems will be moving into the corrective way. Then afterwards we have also went with the help of just a minute. Okay, so and this is what how we have concluded relating to this chapter, that there should be having the good communication between the credit approvals and the collections and the collection staff. It's a critical way. Information must be there for the each and everything. So means it has been finally it has been said there should be a good way of functioning to each and every people, because that is most important. Because if we functions and then only the system, if the system processing it has been done properly, then only the thing is each and every terms will be moving into the greater way. Now the thing is convenience of a banking. Now this is one more chapter we'll be moving with the help of convenience of banking. Like before starting it, I'll give the little bit interactions. What are the things? What will be in a way? Like we learn with the help of banking, what are the banking, how the banking terms are there, how the transaction of a banking term it has been done with the help of both the side of the process, like the person and the bank one, how it becomes. So like on the previous time there was certain type of it inconvenience which was there, because there was not having that much type of it facilities which was already given from the bank. Because on that time they was not having any kind of cards, any kind of it e-banking, any kind of telebankers, anything was not there. So that is why on that time it was very inconvenient for the banking system to grow more. And then after slowly and steadily, there was there, it was not there like that, but still the thing is what there were certain kind of it barriers which was there. And on that time this type of system was not in way. But currently, as if the banking has having so many type of it convenience they have been given with the help of different type of it ATM cards, debit cards, credit cards, then after telebanking, net banking, each and everything it has been given. So with this, it becomes very smoothly, very easy way where you can make it each and everything very easily. So with this only the thing is what my work will be moving properly. So then to this, you'll be understanding about what is ATM card, what are debit cards, what are credit cards, what are telebanking. This thing you will be learning, and how the thing is you are using into a day-to-day zone. So that thing you will be learning. So it becomes very convenient for the people to get in touch with how the banking has given good way of facility, convenient way where the people can just sit at home and they can have those transactions which has been done, like not standing in the queue, but at least making themselves comfortable. And finally, the thing is each and every work they make it into the proper zone. Now, convenience of the banking. Now, introductions of it. First, it is what a convenient banking means. Banking at a suitability, that is most important, like perfect way where the thing is it will be suiting for each and every one. That type of a zone you're making, that type of a banking. Customer expects certain response from the bank staff. They like whatever the customer they have been said, like usually for them it becomes very easy way where the thing is what the bank staff will be having the good communications to the customer, and whatever the customers require any kind of a facility. So with the help of any kind of facility they can be aware, they can be buy any kind of it services as if they want. So at least what they can avail with the help of certain kind of services. So that is why the thing is the customer expectation certain response from the bank staff. When people have to travel longer distance to reach a bank, what they have expected maybe have place to have a chat with the bank staff or other customer. So now the thing is what into this also you'll be even will be making very comfortable, where the thing is to traveling to the long distance. Now the thing is what just sitting in the one place, and finally you can do any type of a chatting or any type of it way where you can chat with the bank staff and you can completely whatever the work it has been there. So that is why this type of convenience it is given to the bank. So with the help of this convenience only the thing is the transaction will be done with the proper way. Now see, form of convenience bank. Now what are the different type of convenience bank? Usually we are having credit cards, ATM cards, EFT, that's electronic fund transfer. You are having telebanking. You are having automated tele machines, which has been set for the ATM card. So now, like these are the different four way of convenience of the bank, which has been currently given. Like previously it was not there. Previously you won't be having this type of facility, because on that time what it was the bank has been set up, and then finally the people used to go to there for any kind of receipt, any kind of payment, any kind of transaction, any kind of way of transferring any kind of funds. So it was there on the previous day, like standing on the queue, standing for the longer period of time, and then after performing the duties. So it become very inconvenience on that time to standing for the longer period of time. Now to make it more easy and more convenient for the people, they have been set up with the help of this four types of different type of convenience. So with the help of this four type of convenience becomes very simple. It doesn't becomes very harsh. It becomes very simple to do any kind of transaction, to do any kind of structured way of information. If you want any part of information and any kind of a transaction, if you want to do, so it becomes very easy, very communicating way, so that the thing is what the people can be do more transaction regarding to this. So that, like you are having credit cards, we'll be moving into this internal terms also. Like credit card, which has been already said, like credit card becomes good way where the thing is what convenient for a banking system. Like whenever if you want to do the transaction, you whenever you want to buy the goods. So ultimately the thing is we have already seen the function modulation. We've even went to the last lecture history of credit cards. So this thing was there. So on that time it becomes very easy, very convenient for the people to buy any kind of goods and services, any kind of goods and services. Whenever you're buying any kind of goods and services, it becomes very easy, where like whenever you move it to any kind of it, anyone or anywhere for the shoppings or over. So on that time, what just you need to just swipe with that card, and finally the thing is you are aware with the help of a banking system. They just ask you certain kind of PIN numbers and finally wind it. Next, ATM cards, which is already said, like already it's a 24 hours one. Like whenever you go over there and whenever if you want any part of it, whenever it is being used, so whenever it's on the 24 hours, where already the bank has been set up certain kind of it cash into the ATM teller machine, and finally like anytime you go it over there, you get it the certain part of it amount, like whatever, because already, and in this already you are having the PIN number which has been already given into your card. So become like not standing for the payment or not standing for any kind of receipt or not standing into the bank so many lines. So ultimately it becomes very easy way where the thing is you can have this type of it coordination. Then EFT is the electronic fund transfer. Nowadays there are so many things where the thing is what you can electronic way where you can transfer any kind of it funds, any kind of cash from one country to some other country or from one state to some other state. So this becomes very good way where, because not stand, this also becomes very easy way where the thing is good convenience they have been given to the mind. Next, telebanking, which has been said, where you can where you can have a good coordinations within banking systems, and then afterwards whatever it is been there, you are already having your own password, own PIN numbers, each and everything it is in. You just need to open the sites of the bank, and finally you can do the transaction with the help of this. And it's a this all are of 24 hours, so like it is working on 365 days, and whatever the transaction has been done totally, it is on the electronic zone. So finally, it becomes very good way where not to stand in the queue for the longer period of time, just making convenience. And bank has given the good way of convenience to each and every customer. So not even for the one customer, it is not for the certain limit also, that for the certain limit of amount if it is with there, then only you can avail this type of service. It is given for each and every person. So it becomes very easy for it and convenient for the people not to wait for long, not to wait for a single second. So ultimately it becomes very good way of way where to interpret each and everything. Now I'll move it into its internal matters relating to this. What are credit cards? With the help of this only, the thing is credit card, ATM card, EFTs and tele-banking. First I'm moving with the help of credit card. This we have already seen previously. Like pre-approval credit, which can be used for the purchasing of an items now and payment them for the later. This we have already seen. Now, history of in credit card reports, it was there, they have been born, means when the credit card has been planned, we like before hundreds of years ago, they have been planned relating to this. On the 60s, relating to this, like issuing a credit, giving the credit to the people, they have been thought, and ultimately it was the financial information came to the negative realm. They have been cancelled this type, because it was like to give a cash on the balance cash, you need to give, means the people will buy the goods and finally we need to pay the cash. That is the things they have been said. So that is why they have been not approved on that time. But on 71, after this act has came, Fair Credit Reporting Act, they have been came, FCRA. So finally once they on 71 when it came, then afterwards it has been approved it properly. And from 71 till currently the thing is what credit card has been built properly. Now credit card. Now here the thing is, here it has been said, it has been little bit type of it introduction which has been given. Credit card was born on more than 100 years ago. It has been like more than 100 years ago when a small retail merchant bandit together to the trade finance information about the customer. The merchant association then turned into the small credit bureaus, which later consolidated into the large one when with the adventures of computerization. So this was the first. They have been started like previously on 100 years ago. They have been planned with the help of a credit card, but then afterwards they thought there'd be certain kind of queries would be there. So that is why they have been on that time they both the merchant traders, the people, and then afterwards the financial information means both the people they have been come together, and then afterwards they thought about it to set up this type of a credit card system. So at least what the people will be into their contact, and they have been said like they have been totally consolidated, which was there on the first paper wise. When they afterwards they thought about it to do total with the help of an computerized. So ultimately the thing is the systems of doing each and everything, it becomes very easy for each and everyone. But on the 60s, like when on the 60s, CRA's back then the report only in the negative one, as well as the information as well as the lifestyle information plugged for the newspapers and other sources. Information such as social habits, as arrest, drinking habits and cleanliness. Like after seeing this type of different type of an information, so finally the thing is they have been taught on the 60s not to give any kind of it credit. So that is when the financial institutions they have been taught to keep it into the negative one. They have not given the positive, they have not shown any kind of positive attitude, they shows the negative attitude. So after showing this type of negative attitude, so they have been like on that time only they have been cancelled on the 60s. Then on the 71, like when the FCRA came. Okay, so on that time, once the thing is what this act has been passed on 1971, the congressional inquiries, like they have been done certain kind of inquiries, and they have been given the proper way where they have been shown. Now into this act on 71, they have been having morely focused. They have been morely focused with the help of to protect the consumer, to have the good way of rights to given, and even like whatever the transaction it has been done, it will be there for the legal terms. So this thing they have been kept into it, so that the thing is what there will be more type of it, and there will be the privacy between the customers and the merchant traders, whatever it will be there, who other person will be there. So there will be the good way of transaction, even the banks will be participating between both. So this type of a transaction they have been taught, and it will be true on a fair way. If there is any kind of a dispute, so ultimately the thing is what the measures, the legal measures will be taken on that time. So this they have done, and finally with the help of this, once they have been winded up this thing, they have been reviewed each and every detail. So finally after this, the thing is they have been passed this type of Fair Credit Reports Act. They have been passed with the help of this FCRA, and once they have been passed with the help of an FCRA, the finally each and every terms where they have been thought about consumer, they have been thought about the people, both the sides of the customer wise and even with the help of a trader wise. Once they have been done both the sides, so finally they have been set up with the help of a report, with the help of positive report they have been shown. So and with the help of positive reports, the thing is the information of the consumer which date was there on the that side, and then afterwards it has been approved at this type of a credit system. Then now ATM. Now ATM, it is what the ATM card permits a customer to access the transaction and saving account. Okay. Now usually ATM is for the saving account which has been given. Now to access for the people who are having into the bank the saving account, this ATM it is being used for them. 24 hours a day, every day of a year through automatic teller machines. So like 24 hours a day, already you are having automated teller machines. Means where the thing is teller in the sense it is what not to tell that person, but ultimately to guide to that with the help of systemization. So with the help of systemization, the thing is what you can do every day's transactions. It helps us to find out accounting balance. Why the thing is ATM, it has been given the good way of advantages. Accounting balance, you can see it out. Transfer funds, you can even transfer the fund, obtain any kind of cash and perform other financial transactions. So these are the different where the thing is what each and every things you can do into the ATM. So that is why this type of good advantages. Convenience it is given to the mind. So at least with the help of this convenience, the thing is what the transaction can be done into the future prospect, and ultimately you can do with the help of a good way. So that is why this type of it way where it has been shown on the corrective one. Just a minute. Okay, So this is what which has been said with the help of an ATM card which has been depend on that time. So this is what a way where the transaction is done into the proper way of system. Now next advantages of a ATM. Why the thing is that what are the advantages of an ATM? Why the people become more convenient? Why we say a bank become more convenient and how the people have become more convenient and they have been attracted the customers to with the help of after using an ATM and they have been connected properly. First, ability to draw the cash outside normal bank hours, normal banking hours. So like this ATM, it becomes very good way where the thing is not to stand for the longer queue or else and if in the previous time when they have been set up with the help of an ATM, it was for only banks. Means as if I'm having Bank of Baroda, as if I'm having account in Bank of Baroda. So ultimately I can remove the cash from Bank Baroda only. It was there on the previous time. But then after a certain period of time, they have been given this type of new rule where from any other bank as if I'm having Bank of Baroda, I'm having an account. So ultimately, from the ICICI Bank ATM, I can remove that type of cash with the help of proper type of PIN numbers and whatever the details are being given. So it becomes very convenient for the people to get in touch with each and everything. So that is why this is what the ability is to draw the cash outside normal banking working hours. Anytime you can go and you can withdraw any kind of cash cheaper and quicker. It is very cheaper. It is not that much and quicker way where not a longer period of time it will be taken. It is only for the minutes it has been there and after a minute the thing is the work it has been completed. Amount up to set the limit per day is available. Like usually now there's a in each and every day like a card is having certain limitations and even the ATM card and even the ATMs are having certain limitations. They cannot open from the same card. Some usually they are having 15 to 20,000. Like beyond to that the thing is you cannot remove. And if you do the a day you do the three type of from the same card if you do the three transactions and ultimately four transaction it has been not at all done. So this type of a system is already there. So like minimum you can do the three times. If you do the fourth time it won't be accepted. So if a day you are only having a three time of transaction and there is a certain limitations of accept like on the first only now into certain banks like on the first only when you swipe the card it doesn't accept it the 15,000 or certain doesn't accept it the 10,000. So into each and every banking system, they're having their own banking rules. And with the help of that own banking rules, the ATMs are having certain different rules. And with the help of this, the thing is what it becomes very easy, convenient it has been there. But the thing is what there's certain limitations. It's not over limit there should be there. Completed securities as on the card holders known as a PIN that is already which is given to you personal identification number. So like that will be there a security for the card and with the help of this only the thing is what with the help of this thing only the thing is what you need to make it your card properly with the help of a security. Last is issued free of charge where usually to the organized usually when you are into any kind of banks so you are already having the account into the saving account already having out. So this ATM will be becomes free of charge where you will be getting it won't be charging any kind of cost. So it will becomes a very relevant for you people to accept this type of a technology. So this has become very convenient for the people to get in touch with the help of an ATM. So that is why the thing is what this is the advantages of an ATM. Electronic fund transfer, this is the way where the thing is what where you do the transaction. See, I have bolded those words, some words have been bolded. So with the help of this only the thing is you will be aware that how the thing is it has been done. Now the electronic fund transfer that is called EFT is the electronic transfer machine from one bank to another bank. As if I given one bank account to another either with the help of single financial institution or across us to multi-institutions through the computerized based system and without the direct interventions of a banking staff. EFT is also known by a number of names. In the United States, they may be referred to electronic check or e-checks. This has been said with the help of an EFT. EFT becomes that the electronic fund transfer where the thing is from one bank to any kind of bank, whether it is on state or whether it's across to any part of its country or in part of its city, where the thing is what if you do the multiple transactions, you does not disturb to that banking staff like going to the bank and then afterwards why does this hours there still the work it has been not completed and you just start shouting each and everything. So that it reduces. And finally the thing is you do the transaction with the help of computerized base. And finally from one account it has been debited, and from the other account it has been credited, or else from that person in the account it has been debited, from my account it will be a credited. So that type of a transaction it has been done without any interventions of any kind of banking person or banking staff or any intervention of any kind of banking person. So this thing it has been done, that is called with the help of an EFT. Now usually into the India we usually say into the India or into the internal usually we say EFTs, that is called electronic fund transfer, we say here. But if you be into the US, usually into the US, this system, same system of transferring the transferring the amount through the computerization, it has been said electronic check, that is e-check, which has been there. So with the help of this only the transaction can be done properly. Now telebanking is also one type of it process which is convenient for the people. Telebanking is the process of handling bank's account over the phones. It also refers to a telephonic bank. This service is commonly offered by the bank, credit union, and the credit card companies. They are oftenly fees associated with use these services. Now, usually telebanking, it is what, like anything. Currently, it has been availed so many times, so much, because previously it was not there, but currently the bank has become very convenient. Like usually for this telebank, you are already having the phone, and all the phones are having already certain details. And you need to just only put up for the toll-free number. Already it has been there, and with all banks are having the toll-free number, and you need to give this call to the toll-free number. And after giving toll-free number, certain kind of a toll-free number, when you just give the call, you just only need to give the account number. Once you give the account number, you get the total details of your banking transaction, of your saving account or a current account or a recurring account, whatever the account it has been there. And with this, you get a parallelly way what are the things it has been done, how the things are being done, and the thing is what are the process, what is the debited, what is credited, each and every. Means totally it has been totally based on the phone. Just giving one call and you're getting each and every details. That is called a telebanking, which has been said. I'll just go once again. Now the telebanking is the process of handling bank account over the phone. So like total bank account. So I bolded this line. Why? So at least what the people, mostly you concentrate on this two lines. Telebanking is the process of handling bank's account over the phone. They mean handling the proper way of process into the phone. It also refers to the telephonic bank. You can even say it's called as the telephonic bank. This service is commonly offered by the banks. This service is usually covered by the banks, credit unions, credit card companies. There are different types of people who are been aware, and they have been interconnected with each other. And then afterwards, they are oftenly having fee associated by using this type of services. And this type of people who gives you usually into the credit card also. If there is any kind of queries, you just give the call, and finally the thing is whatever the limits are being there, whatever the payments are being done. So ultimately you can give with the help of a call, and you can complete it out whatever the transaction has been there. So that is where this type of a telebanking process it has been done. It becomes very convenient for the people to understand this type of it. Now American cards, green cards, and American Express's green cards and the gold cards. Now these are the different types of good cards. Usually it's a vouching way where the thing is where you can use goods and services, whatever the facilities, whenever you're using that type of services. So this thing you can use it. That's a green card, gold card, green card, gold card, and dinner cards, international credit cards. Now first this American Express, which has been making, which this card is very convenient, where you are getting certain kind of benefits. And with the help of benefits, the thing is what you're using this kind of cards. The green cards which come for the normal way, where the thing is what you do the shoppings and you get certain kind of vouchings, and with the help of vouchings you can use it. Then gold cards, you get certain kind of good facilities, like whenever you're buying any kind of goods, and finally the thing is what you're getting certain kind of good benefits relating to this. Dinner vouching, you're usually having, you're moving for any kind of restaurant or any kind of with hotel. So on that time, like whatever the charges it has been there, and with the help of it extra, you're getting certain kind of it good benefits relating to it. So usually into this, they are all American Express cards. These cards are usually used into the international way, where the thing is whenever you're moving any kind of shoppings or any kind of it where you're moving with any kind of traveling whenever you are into it, so this type of it cards it is being used. So it becomes very convenient for the people to travel for the longer distance or travel from one country to some other country. Last is international credit cards, which is being said. Usually this all cards are being usually used. Now into it, now here you are having different types of it cards which are used into this side. But whenever you're moving to the outside of the country, so ultimately you're having green cards, which is compulsory, gold card, dinner cards, international cards. These cards are different types of cards, where with the help of this cards, the thing is you can avail with whatever the facilities you require, you can wind up that kind of facilities and you can avail with this. So I conclude with the help of this part of the chapter relating to, just a minute, I conclude relating to this part of a chapter where it is easy to conclude the credit card business is slowly spreading through all the part of the country and attracting the growing middle class in India. It has arrived and the plastic money waves into the offing or in the offing of perceiving. So that is why they have been concluded that the thing is, it has been said that the credit card business has been moving more and more, because currently there are so many things that there are so many people who are not getting credit card because of their certain limitations. But currently they have been involved more and more. So ultimately the thing is from the smaller, like on the country where a middle people, often Indians, like some people was there, some people was not there. So currently into it has been flourishing more and more. So people will be getting attracted more relating to this type of a credit card. And once the thing is this plastic money became a certain, which is a unique, which is something innovation to it. So this part of it, it becomes very convenient for the people, convenience to not the people, with the help of a banking system, where the thing is what each and every things you can make it very easy, very relevant way. There won't be any kind of it miscommunication or any kind of it queries relating to any part of it. So this is what there into the convenience of in banking. Like as if the thing is, I'll just move again. So at least what you people would be aware, just move once. So at least before just winding up this chapter, at least you will be aware like what are the points we have went today. Just a minute. We went with a certain kind of it. This is what a convenience of a banking system. We went how the convenience it has been done with the help of it becomes very suitable for the people, and after suitabling of each and every people, then only it can be measured properly. Then the customer expectations, certain correspondence for the banking staff means it become why we have made so convenience to it. So at least it becomes very easy for the people to get in touch with each and everything and making very easy relating to this. When the people have to travel long distance, so it becomes very easy way where they doesn't reach to the banks, but at least by sitting at home or sitting with the help of an ATMs or any kind of cards, so at least they can avail with whatever the facilities they want. So especially this is what which has been there with the help of an convenience of an bank. Usually it has been there with the help of this only. So at least what the people will be getting more facility. Why this type of it banking system they have been done? So that the thing is what banking system will be more aware and will become very strong relating to this. So we went with the help of this introductions we went. Then we went with the help of what are the forms of convenience bank. These are the different types of it: credit cards, ATM, EFTs, and telebanking. These are the different type of it banking system where it has been aware more and they have been flourished more relating to this. Then what are the credit cards? We have learned with the help of different types of it credit cards, how the credit cards have been used, with the help of like you pay the amount later, whatever the shoppings you want to do, whatever the goods and services you want to buy, you can have the good type of it advantages relating to this. We went with the help of in history also. We went with the help of histories of reporting, like hundreds of years beyond the thing is they have been started this type of it process, and on the 60s they have been rejected this type of it project, and on the 70s 71 after getting an act FCRA, then afterwards it has been came into the from the negative one it came into the positive one. So then afterwards we learn with the help of this was a report, and with the help of the report only. Why the thing is it has been rejected on the 100 years before only it has been rejected. They have been thought like before 100 years they have been thought about it to develop this type of it brandings between the merchants and the distributors, like both the people will be having the coordination, and then after they will be performing this type of a duties. Next they are in the 60s they have been thought about it to develop the FCRS, which has been your CRAs which has been set up, and then afterwards on the 60s they have been rejected relating to this. On the 100 years before they set up the credit cards, they have been planned relating for giving the credit to the people. So they have been thought on the 100 years before. But then after on the 60s they have been rejected this type of plan, like it will be dismissed this type of it. Then on the 71 this the same, once the act has been passed and they have been having the protecting for the consumer only, protecting the consumer, protecting to the banking, protecting to banking system, each and everything they have been having the control with each and everyone, and then after they are aware with the help of this type of system, and on the 71 once the thing is the FCRA has been developed, and finally they have been having with the help of it computerized each and everything, and with the help of this strips only if there is any kind of a disputes or any kind of queries, so with this only the thing is it from the negative and become the positive way, and finally the thing is it went into the positive financial history, positive financially terms towards consumer. Then ATMs we have already seen the ATM. It's a 24 hours. It's a 24 hours every day where you can use, and usually it is given for the saving account so that it will be in the connection for the people and becomes very relevant for the people. And usually why the thing is ATM it becomes very easy. So at least you can transfer the account. You can transfer any kind of funds from the account. Then afterwards, as if you want to check any kind of balance relating to it, or any kind of it further transaction you want to do it. So at least from this, at least what you people will be aware what is going into my banking account. So it is on the electronic form. Then afterwards, what are the advantages you get it? It's having the good way of ability. It's a 24 hours, so at least it doesn't you are not having any kind of queries relating to this. It's a normal. Usually it is given for the saving account transaction person only, because these people only are availed with this type of facilities. Then already the thing is the limits are already been set, so there won't be any kind of it interchanging or any kind of it misleading. So then afterwards there will be certain kind of securities, and with the help of securities you already allotted a PIN number, and with the help of this PIN number it will be a secret PIN number which will be with you only. And the cards usually it will, if it has been stolen, but still with the help of you need to inform if the card it has been stolen, you need to inform, but still without PIN number the thing is what the card it won't be used. So that is why it is important for the people to make it that kind of securities, and then after you can do with the help of that type of it convenience you can use it. Then it's a free charge, where usually from the account only, from the saving account only it is each and everything the charge it has been updated, and with the help of updations only the work it has been completed. Next, EFT, which is already electronic fund transfer. Now you are having from one bank to some other bank where you can do any kind of transaction. So, and even from one country to some other country, or else from one state to some other state, one city to some other city. It's a multi-dimension way where the thing is you can do with the help of transaction. It becomes very easy way where not standing in the queue or not disturbing any kind of banking staff. So finally with this you can do with the help of it, you can do the transaction with the help of electronic transferring firm, the electronic fund transfer. And then afterwards if you usually into India we usually say it's EFT, but when you move it to the outside the country, usually it has been said e-checking. E-check, it has been done with the help of this type of transaction. Next, telebanking, we have already seen how what are the telebankings also, where each and every your account total transaction which is there which is done into the telephonic way, where telephonic way the accounting system, the accounting modulations, how the process are been done, each and everything, it has been described, it has been distilled into each and everything, the process, and even with the transaction which has already been discussed into the telephone, means if there is any part of it queries relating to any part of it accounts also, so that type of a transaction can be done with the help of telebanking. So it becomes very convenient for the people to do into the contact. Now usually when American Expresses, usually you are having green cards which they use, because as if with this only the thing is they can show certain type of it cards, and with the help of this cards only it has been aware with the help of different facilities which has been already given to them. So different types of cards, and with the help of this cards it has been inbuilt. Now I can conclude, as if I said previously, like it becomes very good way where for the convenient for each and every banking system to make it very easy way, and to for the customer also to make it very easy way. So that with the help of this, I'll wind up the chapter, and I'll just move it once again with the help of starting with the help of the starting with the help of little bit type of functional way. I'll just inform it to you a little bit, summarize, so at least what you people would be aware, like whatever what are the things, what are the functioning process what we have done. I'll just move it once fast. Now, we went with the help of a modulations, we help with the help of an functioning and modulation. Now into this chapter, again will be just little bit will be winding up, so at least what you people will be aware, like what are the terms we have learned into this functioning and modulations. Now into the functioning and modulation, usually into this chapter, we already went with the help of how you do the functioning, how you do the process of credit card, like whenever you are developing any kind of it credit card. So internal, this is a back office one, what are the transaction you do, and with the help of this transaction only the thing is what, how the functioning process it has been done, like back how the process have been done, means as if you just swipe the card, any card, the debit card, credit card, but usually it is basically which is there for the credit card. So as if you swipe the credit card, so how the internal process it has been done, so that type of internal process it has been given into this type of it functional way. So usually it is given the chapters outline which has been already given. The function role plays the national association. Usually it has been placed by the National Association for the well-conventional organization structure established by the bank credit card issuers to the operate and manage the bank credit card business. Usually these are the national association, means this is a national association where it has been linked up, and with the help of linking up, the thing is what the transaction it has been done, and with the help of this transactions the bank gives the credits to each and everyone with the help of two things which we have already seen. Now credit card, usually we have already seen, it's a later one, it's a legal agreement. Now it is a credit card. How is the credit card? It has been there, the plastic card have the magnetic strips which we have already shown, that how the credit card you are already having the strip and issued by the bank, which is given from the bank. It's electronic way, it's a certain type of it barcode, so that it becomes very relevant for the people to get in properly on that time. So it's issued from the bank, and the bank business authority for holders to goods and services on the credit. Both are given. So to hold certain kind of goods, it's called a charge card. It is being said. Now with the help of the card, they have been taught to do this type of transaction. So that is why this credit card has been availed this way. Now after this, the thing is what this chapter is totally will be able to completely deal with the help of this three terms. First, it is the National Card Association. You will be moving with the help of it. What is National Card Association? How it has been linked up? The two different national association it has been linked up with it. It's a Master International Card, and next one is the Visa International. These two cards have been it has been linked, and with these two cards the thing is the banking financial institution have been linked, and finally they issue this type of it from the banking. They have been having certain kind of logos, and that type of logos it has been updated on that. Now This you will be learning banking credits, national associations things you will be learning, and how it has been, because it is the internal part. So at least from the internal part, how the credit, from the credit card you are already having the logo of Visa or Master's card. So this type of it, how it has been shown. So first it is what a national association, how it has been given. Next it is given the key functioning of what are the key function, how the sources are been there, and last but not least it is what, who are the acquirers, like when the credit are given, so how that credit it has been expected and how it has been formed. Now first it is what we went with the help of a national association. This we have already seen. So already the thing is the two major roles which has been given for the help of a Mastercard International and Visa International. These are the two different national association plays a critical roles in early years and ongoing success of an bank credit card programs. So like ultimately it's an ongoing process, like it is moving on the vast, and finally the thing is what, into the program it has been connected from each and everyone. The most important function of these two cards, however, is the process of card holders and the merchant transaction. These are the two different cards where the card holders and merchant transaction, they are totally, they have been linked, and then afterwards they do with the help of a national, they do with the help of this transaction. Then the both Master and Visa owns then own operate the international processing system. Now usually this Master's card and Visa debit and Visa International, they process their own way of international way, as if means as if international way. How this card now, as if the credit cards are being issued in India, but how the thing is the same process are being performed into the outside India, because with the help of a Masters and Visa, because their processing totally depends on them with the help of international way of transaction, capable to authorize the purchase and settle the merchants and the car holders in the US and abroad. So usually it is there on the each and every, usually on the outside of the India and on the abroad way, where the different countries the same this type of transaction it has been availed with the help of this type of transaction. Now we have already seen the users of function, because already into the credit card whenever it has been issued, so you are having different types of it, 12 type of it functions. We've already seen the 12 type of it functions where the credit card business usually use, because there should be certain people who needs to be operated, who needs to be operated properly. First it is what you are having administration, a back office one who will be handling with the help of different type of its zone properly. Next, marketing way, where because marketing things should be there. There should be certain way of good communication and good way of making the people to be attracted to buy this kind of credit cards by showing internal process, how the process are being shown. Credit processing, there will be the different type of it, credit processing it has been there, because what internally how the process are being developed to the different type of zone. So how the thing is the credit it has been issued after seeing the authorization, and once the thing is the seeing authorization, the credit has been shown, and how the process are being done means as if you're buying any kind of goods and services, so ultimately you swipe that card. So how the after swiping that card, how the internal credit, how from that, for example 50,000 it has been their credit limit, and from that 50,000 you shopping do with the help of shopping of 20,000, so rest of it the 30,000, so rest of the 20,000 whatever it has been debited, so that debiting upon how it is come into that credit to the merchant trader, so that the processing should be there, the credit processing. Card insurance, there will be the card insurance like any, but usually cards are nowadays are given certain part of insure, so at least what it will, if there is any kind of it barriers, at least what you can sort it out on that. If it has been stolen, if it has been steal, it has been lost, ultimately on that time you can take corrective measures regarding to this. Incoming interchanging, if there is any kind of it interchanging, like whenever you are doing any kind of process, so if there is any kind of difficulty or any kind of it queries, if it has been there, so you can perform. Card holders billing, this is a back office side of process where if there is any kind of a billing system, how the billing it has been done, and how the process, internal process, it has been meant for the each and every people, because what are the billing system within, like all the billings are having their own barcode, so and that barcode which has been already issued from the bank, so that bank you are having that type of barcode, so that with the help of the barcode the billing process it has been. So how the thing is from that back side, the thing is the process it has been inbuilt, like after seeing a month, the thing is the certain amount it will be there. Processing, payment processing, how the payment processing you do with the help of cash or a debit cards or any kind of it cards, how you do it. Then customer services, How you attract the customer, that is most important, because after seeing that only the thing is the functioning works properly. Collection, fraudly control, cardholders authorization. Without cardholder authorizations, the thing is it will be insufficient way where you're using any kind of a credit card. So this is the where the thing is, where it is a back way where the issuer's functioning, where the issuer's internal way where it has been functions with the help of each and everywhere into the backside of a transaction. So usually this type of 12 functioning should be there, because without this 12 function it won't be operated properly. Now bank cards issuer organization structure. Usually you are having this type of its structure. First it is risk management. There should be there risk management. Operational will be performing on that time. You'll be having the customer way of customer services, card holder earning. So these are the different where the thing is each and every transaction it has been performed. Now when you are into the risk management, so ultimately the thing is what risk management is in that. So ultimately you are issuing certain credits. So on where it is the risk. So here it is a risk when related with the help of credit processing, like when it is a risk, like because as if I'm giving any cash to anyone or a credit, I'm as if I'm issuing any kind of credit. So there will be certain kind of risk, because if the thing is it is there now, if that person doesn't pay, so ultimately the thing is the company, the financial institute is in the loss. So that is when you do the processing. So on that time you need to be a risk, that you need to perform a risk management system. You need to aware that how the thing is my work will be moving into the simple and easy way. So that is a risk processing. Collections and over limit, you are having certain way, because what you need to do the collection of money, so it becomes literally a little bit way where you becomes very insecure, and they should over limits like that. The thing is what there's even a risk where not to go that amount that doesn't move too head over, because it becomes very difficulty way where to cope up with this. Security, like there's certain kind of securities whenever it has been there, because risk it has been there, you're having security, but still you have kept certain security, because as if you doesn't pay, so ultimately that thing it will be there. So with this help, into the departments you are having this type of a risk management program. Next you are having operations, which are a technical way, what are the functional way what they perform, and with the help of functioning the internal processing of generating bill, processing bill, like with the help of that barcode, how the amount it has been accepted, how the amount it has been divided, each and everything which has been done into this. So ultimately operational, when technically you are having the card issuing process, then afterwards incoming interchanging, what are the incomings it has been done, card holding bills, billing, whatever the card holding bills internally how it has been done, payment processing, how the payment it has been processed, because that is the functional way, very internal way you are performing. Authorization process, how the authorization process, customer service and card holder marketing, that is important. Now acquiring functions, there should be what should be there, like whenever what are the functions, internal functions should be acquired more and more. Central administration, proof and capturing, outgoing interchanging, risk management, this merchant sale authorization, each and everywhere where the thing is what you need to be into the concentrations, like whenever you are doing, what are the functions you're acquiring, what are the functions you're performing, so that should be there, because without this the thing is your information is still incomplete. Then afterwards marketing, the marketing zone, it's a big zone, because previously credit card usually people doesn't prefer, but usually the thing is what nowadays credit card people prefer, but with this certain limitations should be there. The people, means there should be a certain kind of a technique way, certain kind of strategies you need to build it out to show this type of it credit to people, to get in touch with the buying of credit card. So that is by this way. So like on the 90s, 80s and 90s, they have got a huge way of competition. So at least what the people will be getting more attracted relating to this. So at least what they were having the intensive competitions relating to this type of it card. So that is why people got more attracted to it, and then afterwards they have been more having the intensive competitions to the financial institutions, like to do the marketing and to show this type of marketing into the outside, so that the people will be having the contact with each and everyone. Marketing is now your usually this different type of strategy, product, population, price and promotion. These are the different four ways where without this the thing is what your strategies cannot be inbuilt properly, because for this you require the proper way of strategies to be inbuilt. So then only the thing is you will be into the proper way of issuing the credit cards into the market. Then only the thing is the people will buy those products from the market. Now here they are having the different types of departments. We have already seen the sample of banks, credit cards department. Usually into the credit card department you are having this are the into the department you are having different type of people who are developing their own policies, own setups, own each and everything way of processing applications, each and everything usually they are having. So you are having the senior credit officers which have already been there, okay, to the higher level, like the person who just give the credit to the people, and they shows that type of credit points of use. Audit, you are having the people who does the audit. Then afterwards you are having a compliances where it has been done with the help of if there is any kind of queries or any kind of some legal wrongly whichever it has been performed. So ultimately you are having the compliances zone. Now you are having, when you enter into the senior credit officer, you are having different types of department who has been handling into this different type of processing functions. Credit policies, application processing, credit approvals and review, corporate banks, credit cards, private label bank credit card. So these are the different pair. The thing is the people will be into the good way of contact with each and everyone. So at least what the people will be into it where there is a different types of it into functions, and with the help of these functions the thing is what this each and everything it has been performed. So like into this department you are having three different one. You are having senior credit officer who are being handling with the help of different type of process, like where to issue the credit, to process how the process are being done, each and everything it has been given into it. Auditing and compliances, whatever the performance that has been done. They'll be having a functioning, well, like when you are into the functioning, they'll be having each and everyone will be having a daily calling activities, because without this the thing is what the internal function, well, like when you're moving your internal function you should not see what is moving into the internal way, you are seeing as if only internal way. But with this parallel you should even be into the contact with the help of one customer, because what a customer does, the customers are getting a proper way of services, a proper way of functioning services does they get or not. So that is why this thing should be there into the daily calling activities. Customer services by correspondence, like how the customers are getting good services from the from the institution, from the financial institution. So this thing should be there, like how they have been correspondence to each and every people. Processing customer, how the customer are processing their each and every funds into the proper way, and with the help of proper way how they are generating their bills or anything if they are having any kind of queries relating to this. Performance and quality assured, like usually performance and quality is already assured because they have been asked, usually they have been given certain grades, like as if usually they are having certain banks and they are asking to you which type of account you are using, so and then afterwards which type of cards you are having, and after your account and after the help of that card, and then afterwards they are saying out to grade that kind of like into 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, or it will be 0 to 10 or 0 to 5, and then afterwards if they be grading more, so ultimately the quality it has been assured. So this is the daily where the thing is the activities of any kind of a financial institutions who gives you the credit card facility. So that type of a facility it has been given more and more advances. If the thing is what, if the credits, if repayment tools, now here it's a repayment tool, if the people doesn't pay, like with credit it is what, you just buy those goods and service today and pay the amount into the future, but still after 1 month, the thing is what you doesn't, or not in the future means it is not for the longer period of time, future in the sense it is what, you buy the goods and services currently and then have to pay the amount on the next month. So this is what it has been there, the transaction. But on that time, after 1 month, the date whatever it has been allotted, on that time the date, you are not paying any part of it amount. So ultimately you are having this type of it terms, and with the help of this type of it terms, you can repay whatever you can get it, whatever the amount which has been balanced. Now first it is you can give the reminder notice. You can give the notice to the people, if already the thing is you give the bill before the date of the payment, and then afterwards still the date is not the date is completed, the time is completed, you give the written notice, and after issuing the written notice, you printed follow up the notice. You check it out whether the notice has been properly went to that customer, so that the thing is what, the customer will be into the touch, or else the thing is what, there will be certain certain kind of a different type of it wrong way to perform that thing, because means if it will be seen that the thing is the customer does not got any kind of notice. So that is why you need to be into the touch by follow up. Telephonic phones, you can give the phone to that customer so that means the customer will be knowing that yes, I have took the credit card and finally the thing is I did not pay that kind of amount. They should be there. And after outside the collector, I can send any of the person, because already we are having the address and contact details of that person. So I can even send a certain outsider, certain from the outsiders, I can send any person to that customer, and then finally I can perform on that time. Like why the thing is the people does not came, why the thing is the person has not paid any kind of it amount. That thing also then final, last but not least, if I don't perform, if the people does not perform all these duties properly, so ultimately I'm having the next, that is the legal term, that is called the legal actions I can take it regarding to, because what a legal action without of this, with the help of the legal action, the thing is finally I can avoid, because already a credit card, how you can show the legal, because already the thing is what my all things are done, but still there is no any response. So ultimately I have a legal term which I have a zone which is called a legal zone, and with the help of legal zone I can perform this kind of credit card system, I can avail with the help of that kind of facilities. So that is why my management consult usually into the banking, because function as if you're running with the help of an administration, different functions, modulation, the structure, how you're performing. So like whenever you're performing, you need to see about this four terms: effective, efficiency, how effective it is, means the management internally, how the movement it has been done. Just a minute. How the movement it has been done effectively, how efficiently, how dedicated way you are into it, and how the recovery level, because you are giving the amount into the credit, so how the recovery level it has been there, and emergent level, how do you can be into the current competitive world. So this question should be there, and this performance should be done into the current way. Then only the thing is you can perform your each and every duties into the correct way. Then afterwards, that is why